Hello viewers, this is Stairs Darkness 97 presenting you Fire Emblem 6 Maniac Mode and 0% growth. So this is chapter 2. So we're gonna pull out a Dawn on strat of rescue dropping. But we're gonna use bars and wall to kill this soldier which is in the way, so gonna use Allen's and Lance to kill the guy, but I want to make sure I kill that soldier so that we don't have to face him. So yeah, I'm just checking the range, so I'm easily gonna put markers around there, but before we do that, I'm gonna trade that silver lance with iron sword. On the inside, I should give him a steel sword, which Alan had, but I didn't think of it at the moment, so. That mercenary keeps moving towards us, but that's made it obstruct the village. Visiting a village, but we'll deal with him in a few turns later. But right now, I need to block the archer from. I need to block Wolf from being attacked, so we're gonna use Roy for that. And Spline more Merlin in counter range, but Mercer is aggressive, so Steel Sword made a difference here, but maybe Silver Lance would. I'd rather say Silver Lance or something else. But Steel Sword definitely kills his fighters, but sadly the other two fighters have a hand axe, so they prefer to attack at range over heading up close. FP6 Project Ember AI is a mix of, I don't know, FP6 AI and FP12 AI. Sometimes it acts like FP6 AI, but others it acts like FP12. So I want to kill a mercenary, but Sally won't be able to do it in this turn, but we can load him to bars and heal the merc pretty easily, if you ask me. So we're gonna use boss for that purpose. I'll try killing as many soldiers as he can. I mean, as many enemies as he can. And there's Deek's squad. So Deek's a level 10 mercenary with a hero crest, so since it's 0% growth, there's no point in delaying a promotion, so we're gonna promote him right away. I'm just checking all the stuff before he actually do it. So he has a nice basis overall, but it'll fall out for around chapter, I don't know, chapter 13 maybe in growths, but maybe a bit lower in 0% growths, but it's gonna be useful for quite a while. Easily up to chapter 7, but even then, since 0% growth, so I think I'll be using him over most of my other units. Yeah, the soldiers are kinda beefed up, buff. Sadly, can't put in Shana in range there because the archer is 2 to 3 range, which kinda messes up the positioning. And I don't think Alan and Lance could do much besides chipping, but sadly I can't put a proper trade chain because of the position they're in. So I guess that should be end of this turn. We can give a iron axe. We can take an iron axe, but sadly I didn't think of it at the moment, so should I trade it on the iron axe to Deek before I take a hand axe? That would mean I take less damage for the soldiers and fighters or whatever, I guess. Inaccurate at a way, relatively speaking, so either way, go to Zio, KO all these enemies. But at least gonna cure as many enemies on Deke's side and Marcus's side. So these guys are gonna attack a hand axe, so Marcus gonna march to them, but we're gonna deal with them with the other years in the next turn. So we're just gonna heal up Wade, and Deke's gonna pull up the offensive around here. So what he's gonna do is check what he can do, check enemy inventories. So one of the soldiers have a javelin, so we're gonna use a javelin to kill him off. I mean, gonna use hand axe to kill him off, so that he doesn't get a bit more annoying, and we can hit all other enemies except the archer, since they have one range. So go ahead, train on hand axe and give Deke the iron axe. It would be nice for Deke to get more axe experience, axe rank. I mean, if we just C rank, he can use a killer axe, which is gonna help in chapter 7. So we don't have to move around there, but boss's combat is done for this map. So luckily the Wyvern doesn't know, reaches only the village style, and Merlin is a scan too, so it's not hard reaching a village. And we don't really need armor slayer this chapter, but having it is kinda nice, honestly. It's a nice weapon to have, like hits armors. It's going to be a nice weapon later on, because the hammer is going to be unreliable later on, relatively speaking, compared to armor slayer. But the hammer should do a job for these chapters, and Deke has the rank to use it, so we're going to take advantage of that. But I guess that should be it for this turn, if you just ask me. Yeah, I mean, doesn't really matter how much XP Ellen gets. I'm not gonna use it in the long run, but I guess it would not droid a bit full health. Yeah, just gotta divert towards Wade, which is kinda nice. So Roy is 7 more, so we don't have a rescue drop him unless we want him in a particular position with Marcus and all. I mean, it would be nice to make sure he reaches level 10 and leave him as it is, but that's a worry for later on. So go and take care of the archer, and we're going to use iron axe as much as he can over axes. So swords isn't necessarily a bad weapon, but Deke's gonna have all the time to raise it after the Dread Iron Isles and Western Isles. We plan to use him there. So my plan is to promote Ogre if I can. Have a spare hero crest, but I don't think I'll be getting that. Please, soon enough. So because Rutger's definitely going to have one of the hero crest in chapter 7. I don't think you get any hero crest beyond Deke. And trust me, Deke's gonna use a lot more. At least in early game, he's gonna contribute on par with Marcus. So we're gonna trade on the vulnerary right now, but we're gonna trade the hammer if we wanted to. So instead of loading a Wyvern over that side near Roy's army, we're gonna use Deke to load him up. Since Deke is promoted and can use axes, it's going to be a lot easier for Deke to fight him. Oh, we rescued Drop. So rescued Volt and Ellen just to make sure to move a bit more. So we're gonna move Volt towards the Wyvern and we're gonna use Area to block Volt from getting attacked. Hopefully. So this guy's likely going to go for Roy, but if not, it's going to go for one of his fighters. And we're going to drop Ellen on that side. So visit a village and get armor slayer. Sadly can't buy the weapons until the Wyvern is dealt with, but I'm not surprised you had to pay for not dealing with the Wyvern earlier. We'll get all the weapons in chapter 3, please. Just a couple of iron lances, couple of javelins, couple of swords, and an iron bow. Yep. World's gonna deal with Wyvern with easily, if you ask me. So, done was with Wyvern. I mean, on hard mode, that Wyvern is the hard mode stats of sharp. I mean, the Wyvern is the in vanilla version. That Wyvern you fight right now, that's a that the stats of Wyvern. I'm not able to saying clearly. Chapter 7 in vanilla version is first time we face Wyverns, right? So here, Project Ember puts it here, and the stats of the chapter 2 Wyvern has right here is equivalent to stats out of Wyvern in chapter 7 hard mode of vanilla version. So I'm planning a straight shamed hammer. Isn't particularly hard, but we're going to use Marcus to chip the fighter and get XP and Roy. So Mollis is gonna get weapons and Boss is gonna get those vulneraries just in case you need them. So we're gonna chip it a lot, and Shana is gonna get a kill. Would be nice to promote her too, just to make the Western Isles a lot easier. I mean, she's not as brilliant as she was in the vanilla version, but she's still a flyer, and that's kind of valuable, honestly speaking. Especially in chapter 10B or 11A. So we'll just get all the weapons we need. I usually just buy around 2 swords, 3 iron lances, and 2 javelins in the vanilla version, but here I'm just gonna be a bit different. Don't put any extra iron swords, so since Roy already comes in with an iron sword, I guess Alan could use it. So I'm just planning which to trade with. So I guess it's Marcus then. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter at this moment. So all I need to do is give him the hammer and he'll easily zero-kid a boss with it. Yeah, speaking of thrones have an nerf bonus. They give 4 defense and 15 avoid. It's probably hidden resistance stat too, so on Lazium it's around 4 for the sake of this explaining, but either way, weapons are going to be a lot more accurate. So I was planning to move Alan and Lance towards the vendor, but boss can reach it in 2 turns, so doesn't really matter. I mean, can reach it next turn actually. Honestly, that's it for the chapter. We'll just buy a couple of walls just in case you need extra healing. I don't know, likely need it, but especially with Dick promoted, so It wouldn't hurt to have some extra healing, honestly, so... Finish this chapter in 8 turns, and... Well, that should be it for chapter 2, so... Like, subscribe, share, and... See you all in the next video. Yeah, right. Before, if you're interested in watching a trade chain... I'm just reading all the axes back to respective axe units. This is just in case I need more accuracy and all that stuff. I want to get a steel axe a deek, but sadly I couldn't pull off the trade chain. I mean, sure, I traded markers honestly, but well, I'll just take the hammer and be happy with it. We're gonna take a steel axe and Shana since we can trade it back to lot. So well, that axe is back to respective owners. So we seize, and that should be a little map. Bye bye.